Hi everyone. So there are two procedures going on here. We will be showing you live demo of two procedures, laser hair removal as well as Hydrafacial. We thought for a change, it's good to for you all to see how the procedures are done exactly, and so that you know that many of them have fear regarding these procedures, or they don't know how exactly it is done. So today it's going to be live demo of two procedures for you all to see. We'll start in a few moments. Good evening and welcome you all to another episode of Self-Love Recipes. Please post in any questions that you all may have with regards to laser hair removal as well as Hydrafacial. So I think we are on time, and let's start with the procedures. So in room 1, that is towards the left side of mine, you can see a patient is getting prepared for a laser hair removal, lower face and upper neck. And on room 2, I have a patient who's ready to undergo the Hydrafacial. So laser hair removal, you can see in room 1 that the area is being cleansed, and now the procedure is we first have to shave the hair. Now this is a young lady who has 22 years of age, and she's actually completed 5 sessions. She had an excessive hair growth in the lower lip as well as along the lower face and the upper neck. You can see that we do shave the hair before any laser hair removal procedure. That's because if there are residual hair on the skin, they will also absorb the laser. So, and that might cause pigmentation or burns on the skin. So we have to shave all the external hair before we do. But however, we do advise the clients not to shave before coming here, because we have to analyze the type of hair, the thickness of hair. So this young lady, I've already examined her. I've evaluated her. She had considerable growth and it's a considerable reduction after 5 sessions. She has very fine hairs, a little bit only on the chin and a little bit on the upper lip. So now y'all must understand that laser hair removal requires lasers of different length to handle different types of skin and different types of hair. At Tamira, we have 2 high-end FDA approved platforms. One is called a Gentle Air, and the other is called Alma Soprano Ice. So I'll take you through those equipments. You can see the Alma Soprano Ice. So this is a diode laser. So you have hundreds of laser machines available in the market. Why do some people get results, some people don't get results? And it all depends on the machine. And this is the Gentle YAG. There's another machine you see here. That's a Gentle YAG. That's an ND-YAG laser. So why do we use different types of laser? Because when the hair is thick outside, you must understand it requires a deep root. So the amount of hair that is inside is also long. So we need a laser which can go deeper. So that ND-YAG has a longer wavelength, so it goes deeper. And diode, for fine hairs, diode is suitable. So when patients come with this kind of combination, they have some thick hair, some thin hair, we combine both the lasers. So we do a session with ND-YAG and we also do a session with diode. So today, this lady being the 6th session, and in some area I feel there are some leftover hair, so I'm going to combine a diode with ND-YAG. So first we will do diode laser, one pass, and then we will do ND-YAG laser. So as the steps are being carried on, you can tell me, you can ask me any questions that you may have, and I will take you through the number of sessions, so on and so forth. Let's go to room number 2 now. Room number 2, you can see a patient undergoing Hydrafacial. You can see the equipment that's called Hydrafacial MD. So this was the first machine that was introduced with the patented technology of Hydrafacial. So we all know we go to a beauty parlor and we do a regular facial. So normal regular facials involves few steps. So first they cleanse your face, then they scrub your face to remove all the dead cells. and then they use some exfoliators to remove any blackheads or whiteheads, and then they give you a massage, and some parlors do give steam, all of that to improve the circulation in the and to remove all the lymphatic fluid, and finally they close with a brightening mask. So this is the steps of these are the steps of a regular facial. Now how different is a Hydrafacial? Now you can see this is a completely machine-based technology, which actually executes all the steps of your regular facial. The difference is an exclusive microdermabrasion tip. So many of you might have done microdermabrasion to remove your dead cells on your skin, and you know it actually helps you to when you have scars, it helps you to narrow down the depth of the scars lightly, and also it clears your skin of dead cells. And once you do this, when you apply good quality creams, your cell turnover becomes regularized and you get a glowing and brighter skin over a period of time. So this Hydrafacial MD is a replacement for the regular facial. So now in the room 2 they will start the process. So it involves sequence of process. So the first they will start cleansing. You will see the first step will be cleansing. So they'll start cleansing the face, and then so as she's doing, I will take you through the different steps. So first she's just cleansing the face. So we use a cleanser that is suitable for that face, and then once the cleansing is done, then we'll take you to the next step. Now moving back to room 1, where laser hair removal. So now they're going to start the process. You see, after they actually shaved the entire face, they applied a gel, so that and now they are actually using a diode to start using diode laser. So you can see how the laser is applied. So unlike many of you what you think, it is patient is very comfortable, it's not extremely painful. There is a little discomfort, of course, and we use a cooling gel, and the procedure is executed. Now as you see, because she had very fine hair, I wanted to do a diode first, and then for thicker areas we'll do ND laser again. Now as the procedure is executed, there is a laser that is flashed in. People think this is radiation, and so the patient can get side effects or something, but it is not like that. It's just like your waxing or threading, where the localized area is handled. And because when we do laser, people have hair of different thickness and different density. They need multiple sessions, minimum of 6 sessions at an interval of 1 month, when almost 70 to 80% of reduction is observed. But in our skin, since we are not able to increase the energy beyond certain level, because we all belong to type 4, type 5 skin, so we do ask all our clients to be on a maintenance session, that is about 3 to 4 times in a year for the next 2 to 3 years, if you want significant complete reduction. And that's very important, right? So this is how a laser is done. So you can see how the diode is being executed. And now we move again to room number 2, where she's finished cleansing. And after cleansing, here we do what is called a lymphatic massage, or we are actually removing the dirty fluid from the face and trying to bring in fresh circulation before we proceed with the next step. So that's what she will be doing. You can see that she will start with the lymphatic massage now. And if any of you have any questions regarding these procedures, so what? Let me tell you all what are the indications of who can do a Hydrafacial. So Hydrafacial is a replacement to your regular facial. It can be done as frequently as once a week initially for first 6 sessions to actually regularize your cell turnover and get a good glow. Subsequently, you can do once a month or once in 2 months. It is a combination of multiple small procedures, because one tip is exclusively used for each patient. So you can see now it is similar to microdermabrasion, but with every stroke there is water that's coming in, so the skin dead cells are exfoliated. At the same time, it is also hydrated. So exfoliation and hydration is being done. So the skin gets really hydrated, the cell turnover becomes uniform, and that smoothens your skin. So I know there are questions regarding any side effects of laser. So when the laser, you can see the laser light being flashed when the procedure is executed. So if the patient has gone out on the sun and there is tanning, or if higher energy is used, yes, you can get pigmented spots or skin burns can happen. That's why high-end safety machines are important, where these complications are really reduced, and when executed with caution, it is actually very, very minimal. So that's how the procedures are done. And there was a question regarding vampire facial or vampire facelift. Now, the vampire facelift is somewhat similar, but it is used to do it with your own what we call PRP, or a platelet-rich plasma. So we normally take in your blood from where platelet-rich plasma is prepared. So this platelet-rich plasma, it's used in many conditions. For example, someone who has excessive hair loss, it is used to control the hair loss because platelets are the ones in our blood which stores the growth factors. And this growth factor actually supposed to repair, rejuvenate the dead cells or injured cells. So that's how a vampire facelift is done. Yes, it is done at Tamira. So we take PRP and using micro needling technique, or direct injectables. It is applied. We have specialized equipment for that, which is applied on your skin, and that helps you to rejuvenate, lift your skin. So someone would like to know whether vampire facial is good for treating open pores and acne scars. So they both are very, very different. Just applying PRP will not clear them. For open pores, Hydrafacial is one of the best procedures to be done. And for whereas for acne scars, you might need more aggressive procedures like a laser, a carbon dioxide laser, or erbium YAG laser, and along with that, micro needling with PRP. That is the so-called vampire facial, or along with that will be useful. I think one room we lost connection, so we'll add again. Yes. So now I'm in room 1. They have finished with the diode, and this is a different machine. So they are now doing with gentle YAG. That's the name of the machine, or ND YAG. So then we use that. And that is so we normally combine two platforms. It's important for you all to know the platform in which your laser is done. You can Google and see the reviews regarding those platforms, because it's important for the delivery of the results. And combining two different platforms is actually very good, and it gives much better results. Now somebody wants to know whether we treat amyloidosis at Tamira. Yes, we do. But you must understand that amyloidosis is a condition where the deposits in the skin cannot be completely reversed. But when you have a good skin maintenance, it can be improved. So, and going back to room 2, so the steps of Hydrafacial. So as I said, first they cleanse, and then we do a lymphatic massage to clear out the dirty fluid from the skin and bring back fresh blood. And after that, we use steps where the hydrodermabrasion, they remove the dead skins using a separate tip, so that it's important. So when you do a microdermabrasion, you'll see that there is a tip involved. So every patient, so that's why it's important to do in a medical spa or a hospital-based setup, because all these tips have to be exclusive for each patient, or they have to be sterilized. Otherwise, it's not good. Somebody wants to know whether there's any laser treatment available for protein deposits. I am not very clear with your question, but if you can send us your pictures, I will tell you. Suppose you have any irregular skin, then the treatment is either a carbon dioxide laser or fractionated radio frequency can be used to resurface the skin. So if you have any deposit, it's like having using a sandpaper before you paint a wall. So you need to resurface the skin. So resurfacing can be done with either fractionated radio frequency or with laser. Carbon dioxide laser, and you have many other lasers as well. I choose carbon dioxide as one of the primary laser because it can help in multiple functions, but it has to be used with caution in our skin because it can cause pigmentary problems. So the skin has to be prepared very well. Now going back to the room 2 where they're doing Hydrafacial. So they've finished with exfoliation. So then they do extraction. All the whiteheads, blackheads are all extracted, and then after that they use you will see the next step. They will use an LED light where if someone has acne, these LED lights are red lights and blue lights are useful to reduce the activity of the sebaceous glands. So now basically it's a step where they are extracting. So it's a little deeper microdermabrasion where they actually extraction. And the advantage is normal extractors can injure the skin. Here it is done with water-based, so it simultaneously hydrates while we are extracting. So this is a process of extraction. So you can see there she's extracting. Now you can see here the sound in room 1. So this is the gentle YAG procedure where they are we finish diode and we combine with gentle YAG so that the multiple different hairs with different texture. Now what you need to understand is why some patients take more than 6 sessions, or when they have conditions like PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, why in between sessions they grow long hairs? Because initially when the hair is very thin, and if you're using a suboptimal fluence because there are other thick hairs nearby, it increases the growth phase of the hair. So the hair actually grows to continuously when they are in the growth phase. So scalp hair has a growth phase of about maximum 6 years, and then it rests for 3 months and then it starts growing again. Whereas it is the reverse for body hair. It has a short anagen phase, and hair grows at the length of 0.35 millimeter per day or 1 centimeter per month. So facial hair, you see at the most they grow for about a centimeter or 1.5 centimeter, and then they stop, which means that short is their anagen phase. But people who have polycystic ovarian syndrome, or those who receive laser of suboptimal fluence, or in which the fluence is deliberately kept low because there are thicker hair, in between the sessions you see the remaining leftover hairs growing longer than what you originally had. It's not because the procedure was done wrong, it's because the anagen phase has now been prolonged. It is the same technology which is used for low-level laser treatment for hair regrowth. So the same laser is also used for hair regrowth. When it is used in a lower fluence. So that is why in between session you see a little longer hair in between the session, but you don't need to be worried about it, because as you continue the session, those areas will become completely clear. As I said, you all will require about 6 sessions at monthly interval, and then for the next 2 to 3 years, you might need maintenance session 3 to 4 times in a year. Please understand, it's not because it's not done right, because the hair which are now in the sleeping phase can come into growth phase. How laser works is, the terminal end at the skin surface after shaving, it is those black hair which actually absorb the laser and take it into the root. So this is the root of the hair and this is the shaft of the hair. So at the skin surface it absorbs, and it has to go all the way down to kill the hair. Unless it kills, if the hair is alone pulled out, just like how you're doing eyebrow threading and the hair regrows, After some time, the hair will regrow again. So it's important, and not all hair is in the growth phase at the same time. So the hair which is sleeping will come into the growth phase over a period of time, and we can only handle those hairs after some time. That is why patients with hormonal imbalance or PCOS, they may have a good result for some time, and after 6 months, 1 year, once again they start growing. I've also seen many young ladies on IVF treatment who actually had good results after laser. When they were given hormonal injections for IVF, they actually start coming out with start growing hair again. So in the room 1, almost the procedure is completed, and now they will apply an antibiotic cream, and then after that the patient will be sent home. And now she's completed 6 sessions, so we normally would ask her to come for a feedback after 6 weeks. And if there are very minimal growth, we don't advise or we don't encourage sessions, because we can induce the others resting hairs, and we do maintenance sessions 3 to 4 times in a year. So again, you shifting back to the Hydrafacial room. So the step of cleansing is done, and then after that lymphatic massage, then extraction, and after the extraction is completed, as I said, red blue light will be applied. And sometimes after this stage we use additional either to build your skin, or if you want to tighten the skin, there are specific ingredients that come with the machine, and so we add them as well, so that it can be used to tighten, improve collagen formation. We use retin is there to actually regularize cell turnover. So all of that will be done as the next process. So we'll take you through another patient again in room 1, where laser hair removal will be done for upper lip. So what are the areas for which laser hair removal can be done? We do entirely the whole body. So from face to your chest, abdomen, back, both arms, legs, including private parts can be done. And how someone has to look at it is, you're going to do waxing or a threading. You're going to do once a month, starting somewhere around 14-15 years of age. You're going to do every month till almost 50 years, 60 plus, because hair growth is not going to stop. Whereas laser hair removal, yes, you will need 6 sessions to 10 sessions to begin with to get almost 80% reduction. You will need maintenance once in 3 months, maybe for the next 2 to 3 years. But still, at the end of 3 to 4 years, almost all the hair, almost 80 to 90% more is actually completely you're relieved of those hair. And so for the rest of the your life, if at all some resting hairs come, you might just need some touch-up sessions here and there. Otherwise, you don't have the hassle of shaving or waxing every month. Now, this is how it looks when you're doing Hydrafacial. So once we do all the steps that I mentioned, so this is done once a month. Initially, the protocol is to do every week for 6 weeks till your cell turnover becomes uniform. Why is that it is important to have your cell turnover uniform? Is because only then everybody wants a glowing skin. The glowing skin is achieved when the light reflects from your skin, and for that reflection to happen, you need the cell turnover to be uniform all throughout. When you have an even skin tone and the light reflects from your skin and it actually glows, so it's that important. So any of you who are watching this live show, please ask me the questions or the doubts that you have, because what I see is laser hair removal is not as popular. Yes, there are many places which is being done, because people think that no matter how much I do, I'm going to regrow, and it's not a great technique, and so it's not as popular as it is in the West, where today almost laser hair removal is replaced waxing and shaving, because it's going to have lead to ingrown hairs, and you're going to have a rough skin, because as I told you, this is a root and it's a shaft. The lower part is thicker than the upper part, and you keep shaving at the tip, so the skin hair that comes out is going to be thicker and thicker. So that's the reason that shaving every month leads to thicker hair, and that makes your entire surface very rough. So laser hair removal is a very safe procedure. Then Hydrafacial, so they wait after the certain skin preparative creams are used either for building the skin or improving collagen formation, brightening. So we add different procedure thing, and once all that is done, then there is a step where we apply a mild peel. So it's for those viewers here. Hydrafacial is a procedure which is combining microdermabrasion. Let's go to the laser room again. So we're going to do another procedure where, another laser hair removal for another patient. We're going to just do the upper lip alone. So patient is first prepared. Goggles will be given to make sure that laser does not fall in the eyes, because the black pigment in the eyes can absorb the laser, and so all patients are given. I think you can just, when they're zooming in, you can see the upper lip. This is the first time she's going to have, so she's got a combination of thick and thin hair. So as I mentioned that starting from now, she will require once a month 6 sessions, and then every after that maintenance sessions. For the upper lip, maintenance session may not be too often. Sometimes people don't require for a couple of years, and then a few hairs when they grow, they might need it. And other areas usually we encourage maintenance session, and we do laser only when the hair grows. Even when I say once a month, if there is no hair growth, then actually we don't do the procedure, or you should not do the procedure. And if there is no hair growth, it's not going to be of any benefit to you, because only when you shave the hair at the skin level, and the remaining shaft can absorb. So the first marking is done, as you can see in that the area that we are going to do. We do a marking, and when we do the upper lip, sometimes if you have any dentures, or you have any metal inside, it might actually cause a tingling sensation. So we give some gauze to cover that, and then the procedure is executed just like we saw before. Going back to the Hydrafacial room, so now the peel is applied. Again, the peel is applied, so you have different strength of glycolic peels. 15%, 7.5%, 25%, and it's very mild. This is not like a regular glycolic peel which you all do, which is aimed for just instant exfoliation or a brightening. It's a very mild peel, so there is absolutely no downtime. Again, the previous patient you saw, and you can see the new this patient as well. After a laser hair removal is actually done, you don't have any mark on your face. You can come during the lunchtime from your office, get the procedure, and go back immediately. So it's that simple. So it's you can consider this as a replacement for your regular shaving or waxing procedure. And once you complete the session, almost 80-90% of hair does not grow. So for the procedure to be successful, actually you have the root and you have the shaft. Unless the laser goes inside and it is absorbed till the end, and that heat is enough to destroy all the surrounding stem cells from where the shaft goes, the hair will grow again. So it's important to have high-end machines, a combination of lasers for better result. Yes, we have a little difficulty because we all belong to type 4 and type 5 skin. When we use more high energy, you can get skin burns or pigmentation. So it's important that you tell the physician if you have gone on a holiday and you have some experience tanning, or you're using some creams or some tablets for whatever may be, because there are tablets which can make your skin photosensitive, and if you don't tell the physician, we just blindly do the same energy that we used before because you didn't react before. I have seen some patients who had good sessions and had no problem with the same energy developing pigments later on. So sometimes if hormonal influence is there, that can happen. I'm just going to go to Hydrafacial room because she's using the red and blue light now. So that these lights are used to actually regulate the activity of your sebaceous glands in the face, and that helps to reduce acne. Hydrafacial mildly improves the acne scars. For acne scars, you need either fractionated radio frequency or laser or microneedling, depending on the depth of the scars. Going to room number 2, where the laser is done again. So we are going. I've examined this young girl, and again we plan to do 2 different types of laser, because she had a combination of thin, very thin, fine, as well as thick, a little bit of thick hair. So generally we're going to do a diode laser. As I told you, we use the Alma Soprano Ice platform. Once that's one pass of that is given, subsequently we also do a gentle yak laser. So we do. Initially, they apply a bit of ice and so that the area is cool. But all these machines come with inbuilt cooling devices. So and that helps you to, it's very comfortable and you don't feel the heat. Older generation machine, when NDAG is used, it was very painful, and that's why the term painless laser came in. It's not like a parlor procedure where you go just do massage and come, where you don't feel anything. There is a little bit of discomfort. Every laser machine, because it's burning your hair, there will be a little discomfort, but it's not too much in the newer generation machine, because they all have advanced cooling devices, and technology is advanced way better. Complications are very minimal, and so the laser hair removal can be done for your entire body. There are enough clients who do entire body because they don't want the hassle of shaving, waxing every time. Yes, some patients do get pigmentary problems here and there. There are spots that occur because the dry skin, if your skin is dry, it absorbs the energy and you get some spots. But once you use a proper cream, you have to follow up that the protocol that's given, and that those spots actually go away. If you follow those protocols, they go away. You never get a permanent skin problem with laser when it's done carefully. Rarely, if it's done with you can either incorrectly or with as a complication, you get a full thickness burn, and that is something that you should not get, because that's going to produce a scar. So that's why a high-end platform or a good device is very important to avoid such complication, as well as somebody who understands your skin type and their hair. I'm not saying we don't get complications. We rarely get complications, but we manage those complications because we do a lot of patients, and those are not done intentionally, and rarely. Sometimes when this happens, we learn from that, and subsequently we don't. That is why we have changed the protocol by trying to do and give better results within just 4 to 6 sessions in a very dark skin. We make sure that we keep the energy to the safest possible, and then give maintenance session as and when the hair becomes thicker. So that's very important for you all to understand that why some patients require more than 6 sessions for laser, because hair removal is a process where the hair absorbs the laser energy and the hair gets killed. If your hair is not in the growth phase, it is not going to get killed. They will have to grow after some time. Now, coming to Hydrafacial, so anyone can get done, even when you have a party in the evening. Hydrafacial can be done. So when someone wants an additional glow, we add in some brightening pack, or some during the procedure, just before the pack, we add in some brightening serums which can give that additional glow. Sometimes we do combine, because your skin is very hydrated and someone who wants good glow and a little bit of more toning, we combine laser toning after the Hydrafacial. Now, laser when used on dry skin can cause pigmentary problems. So when we use do a good Hydrafacial and combine a laser, we use a Q-switch laser, which is generally used to brighten your skin. Which is called laser toning. You've heard of it. You would have heard of it in many places. So after the Hydrafacial, we do recommend laser toning for some patients. So when you combine both of it, the results are really great. So in room 1, you can see they are applying the gel, and they will first do the diode, and after which they will do the gentle yak. If any of you has any questions, please post in your questions, and I'll be very happy to answer those questions for you. So there was a question about stretch marks. So someone wants to know whether you have any solution for stretch marks. Honestly, if you want to understand, stretch marks cannot be removed 100%. So you have to know why a stretch marks develop. Now you have elastin fibers in your skin. Imagine a balloon. When you buy a balloon, it's very small. You blow the balloon, you can blow it to this big. And when you remove the air, it cannot come back to this original small balloon. It comes back to somewhere in between. And you see that balloon, initially the surface was thick, now it will be very floppy. Similarly, the elastin fibers in the skin, when they are stretched or of poor quality, they actually break. If the elastin fibers are of good quality, the collagen in your skin and the elastin are good quality, they stretch and they don't break. If they are of poor quality, they will break. And that is why you get stretch marks. So if you don't, best is to prevent stretch marks. How do you prevent stretch mark? Important ingredient in the formation of elastin or collagen is actually vitamin C. So oral intake of vitamin C, zinc and collagen supplements, now you have plenty of them, actually helps you to form good quality collagen. So even when there is a stretch, either because of pregnancy or you put on weight or you're toning, your heavy workout, your muscles are stretching, then it actually helps you to build a good quality collagen so that it stretches and doesn't break. So that is the most important thing that you need to know. Now with regards to once it is developed, we do combination procedures. Basically the principle behind it is a controlled depth, controlled damage that you create, because a scar, a stretch mark is a scar. Please understand, stretch mark is nothing but a scar. So a scar cannot be removed 100%. You can improve the scar by creating controlled damage, and when that heals by formation of new collagen, the visibility of the scar reduces. Similarly, visibility of the stretch mark can be reduced. You cannot have a completely normal skin. So we use multiple technology like laser, microneedling, fractional RF with PRP to create this controlled damage and improve the stretch marks. It cannot be completely removed, or the skin cannot become as smooth as it was before. So that's the answer for stretch marks. But you can definitely prevent them. Start taking vitamin C, zinc and good collagen very early, and then if you maintain up to all topical application of good quality shea butter, cocoa butter and all this during much before pregnancy, and that will help you not to develop stretch marks. But however, when the baby is big and when you have twin pregnancy, invariably you end up developing stretch marks, and in such condition, after such twin pregnancy, it is not possible to remove all the stretch marks by non-surgical method. It is better to opt for tummy tuck when you can remove the stretch skin almost completely. So the other questions, so vampire facial, side effects of laser, gone through all of that. Please let me know if any of you have any questions. I'm very happy to answer any of your questions. Okay, so do you have any questions with regards to the procedures that's going on? So you can see the Hydrafacial. So it's almost, so now she's finished. Now the last step in Hydrafacial. So after that we apply a sheet mask. Then you can see the mask there. So you choose the mask based on the skin. So you have arbutin mask, we'll have retinol based masks, and we have collagen masks. So depending on what our primary aim for that skin, we use some sheet masks, whether it's for brightness or it's for tightening or it's for acne, and then we give a mask accordingly. So So now the laser is over, and now she's applying a little bit of cream, ointment, so that there is no. Another things with regards to stretch marks I forgot to mention is many of them take steroids either for medical reasons or for bodybuilding, and steroids actually cause very poor collagen development. They cause atrophy, and so you are prone to develop more stretch marks later in your life. So please be careful if you're using excessive steroids for whatever reason. Make sure you add in some vitamin C, zinc, and collagen. And as you see, she's finished her upper lip laser hair removal, and there is actually, can you zoom in there? There is no redness, there is no laser hair removal. Can you zoom in? Yeah, just see how clean it is. You can just come during your lunchtime, get the procedure and go back. There is no swelling, no redness. It's it's a perfect, just like how you do waxing or shaving. So once you apply the mask, we leave it on for about 20 minutes, and after that we take off the mask, and then you can see how bright the skin looks. So you can, again, going through the different equipments machine, you can see this is the gentle yag machine. So you can ask your practitioner what machine they use. You can Google and see, read reviews about the machine so you understand. And that's the reason why people ask, why is there a gross difference in the pricing in different places. So you have laser hair removal machine which can cost from just 1 or 2 lakhs to 35-40 lakhs. So when you have a high-end machine, it is for your safety and better result, and obviously it's going to cost a little more compared to someone who's just having a machine which is off the shelf, and you may end up with complication and poor results. So all the equipments that are used, you have to know what equipment is being used on you. You have every right to ask the clinic or the practitioner what is the machine that they are using, what type of laser they use, so that if you leave one town and go to another place, you will be able to tell them what laser that's being used, and so that you can continue. And laser, since it's multiple sessions, if you do start off in some area, it's advised even when you relocate to continue the process. It's very important, because there is no point. You will, if you do just a couple of sessions and then you leave, you may not find great benefit. That is why they are made as packages, so that someone is encouraged to complete all the 6 sessions. And then we have maintenance package as well, where we take care of your maintenance and you don't have to worry about it. And so those protocols are followed. We do advise after Hydrafacial, everyone who's undergoing Hydrafacial, it's important that you're doing the procedure and you need to maintain it. So obviously you need a proper skin maintenance from face wash, and some treatment cream, if anything. So the basic protocol for a regular skin routine is to first cleanse your skin, then you scrub your skin, then you can apply, if you have acne, so either you control your oil, you apply some serum. Then if there is any treatment, like you want to have pigmentation, or you want to tighten the skin, some treatment cream, and then you moisturize, and then you apply the sunscreen. Some sunscreen, it is better to put the sunscreen and apply moisturizer afterwards, but by and large you apply the moisturizer and apply the sunscreen last. So the skin routine involves cleanse, scrub, control oil or apply serum, and then any treatment cream that you are using, and then moisturizer and sunscreen. So we do recommend, not all of you will need all these procedures. Some basic maintenance, it can be just a face wash, a day cream, and then a night cream. Day cream can come today. We have many brands which come with all of this I mentioned with the sunscreen. So you just have to wash your face and apply one cream which has a little bit of moisturizing effect, and also gives you the protection from the sun or the lights. And then in the night you use a night cream, wash again, use a night cream. For people who have acne, it is better that you use something to control your oil or to minimize your pores. So that's how we advise. So these are the process. So Hydrafacial, you can have a look at the machine. This was the first Hydrafacial machine that was introduced to the market. It was called a Hydrafacial MD. So instead of opting for microdermabrasion, where in many places there is no way to sterilize the tip that are used, this uses a disposable tip for everyone. So it's highly the safety factor is very high, and you can see all those other additional serums that comes with the machine, and when you use the product from the same company, because it's all tested, and the results are far better. So regular recommendation is to be done once a week for the first 6 weeks, so that your cell turnover is regularized, and because it's not aggressive, so you don't get an immediate result after one session. So we recommend once a week for 6 weeks, and after that it's up to you. You can take once a month or once in 2 months as per your requirement. And if you use a very good quality maintenance program that we recommend, usually you will not be needing very frequent session. Unlike peels, where if you use multiple sessions of glycolic peel, you're constantly exfoliating and you're not building your skin. And if you just exfoliate and you don't build your skin, there is a possibility that we tend to age faster. Skin looks bright, but we tend to age faster. So it's important that while you exfoliate and you want a brighter, so you're doing peel, you also build your skin. It's important you do both simultaneously. Unless you do both simultaneously, your skin is not going to be maintained just the way you expect it to be. So it's important, people who are concerned about anti-aging and doing multiple peels all the time, using glycolic, salicylic, so on and so forth. So one of my recommendation is, when you want to use a peel, it depends purely on what your requirement is. Is it for acne? Is it for brightening? Or I normally don't recommend peels as a treatment for scars. Scars is more of microneedling or with a PRP like Vampire Facial or whatever, or fractionated radio frequency, or more resurfacing laser. You can have early carbon dioxide or erbium glass laser. This is what is important. When it is purely your concern is just pigmentation, yes, peels will help. And for darker skin, using milder peel, multiple sessions will make your skin thin. And when your skin is thin, you know it tends to wrinkle fast. So it's important that you know what peel is going to do, what is going to be your long-term effects, to choose the right peel for your skin as well as the right procedure. So we're almost done. So I'll just wait for them to take the mask off, and then you can have that. Do any of you have questions? If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be very happy to answer all your questions. So you can have a look how the skin is clear and it's clean, and then sunscreen is applied and she's ready to go. And when you repeat this procedure every week for the first 6 weeks, the skin really transforms, and with good quality creams it really maintains well. And then of course sometimes we do add a laser procedure after this, which is called a Q-switch laser or a clear lift. We are not prepared to show. Maybe next time when we do a live session, we will add up those laser as well. So after this procedure, you can either do a laser toning, or and then you just use your regular skin maintenance. And at the end of 6 weeks, when you do such sessions, you have a very clear skin. And if you have any deep acne scars, of course, this alone is not sufficient. You may want to do fractionated radio frequency or a carbon dioxide laser to improve your scars. Yes, and finally, it's just after the mask, she's just going to apply some, you can call them leave-on serums, which is going to actually build your skin. So either for brightening or retinol is just applied and left on the skin, so for it to work. Please let me know if any of you have any other questions. I think our aim of showing two procedures. This is the first time we are doing, and we were not sure how feasible it is going to be showing a live demo of procedures. But I think it's quite clear for viewers to see how the procedure is done. Let us know if you want to see any procedures that's available. You can visit Tamira website, including the procedures, side effects, indications, and the cost. All the cost we have mentioned on our website. It's all transparent. You can go and see. And if you have any questions, the name of this procedure is Hydrafacial. So it's called Hydrafacial. It's a combination of microdermabrasion, or I call it hydradermabrasion, with a mild peel and some brightening mask. So it's a combination of all of this, and it's called Hydrafacial. And we are also, I'm happy to announce that we're going to have a Hydrafacial Carnival on 24th and 25th of August. So please send us if any of you are interested. We have attractive packages offering for y'all. It's on 24th and 25th of August. So send us your message. You can at Tamira Live, you can have our toll-free number from the website, Google, and it's there on the Insta Live. Post in your queries, and we'll give you appointment. I'm happy to see your advice, whether just be Hydrafacial or need any procedures. But we're going to have a Hydrafacial Carnival on 24th and 25th August of this month. And please message us if you do anything. So there's a question about laser hair removal work for everyone. Yes, it works for everyone, but the number of sessions required may be more, and the maintenance can also be more. It is all how to understand. It is important that when we start doing laser, we understand some clients require more sessions. They may be having hormonal imbalance, and so we will have to make sure that we handle that as well, so that the sleeping hairs are not constantly induced, or the growth phase, as I mentioned, the anagen phase of hair is not prolonged because of the hormones. When they are prolonged, the sleeping hairs come into growth phase often, and despite doing multiple sessions, you feel the hair is growing again and again. So such patients require more sessions, and it requires evaluation of their hormonal status. It requires combination of multiple lasers. Okay, so just taking you through the final results of after the Hydrafacial. Yes, so that's again just to show you all the final results after everything is done, Hydrafacial. And when you do them every week for 6 weeks initially, then the skin is actually very clear. There is no, best thing about this procedure is there's no downtime. You can just go back to work, and it's a mild peel, so it's not going to exfoliate too much and make your skin thin, and it also builds your skin simultaneously. It's as good as doing a facial in a beauty parlor, but it's like a treatment for your skin. So because it combines microdermabrasion, gentle peel, and brightening mask, and building serums to build your skin. So it's a combination of all. And as well, people who have acne, it also have lights to reduce the activity of the sebaceous glands. So can you show the machine once again? I think before we close, just show the machine. So you can Google and see, it's called Hydrafacial MD. So this is the patented machine. If you go, you read the reviews, you know there are many Hydrafacial machines available in the market. You can read the reviews. This was the first machine that was introduced. It's a patented machine, and it gives great results. So when we choose a machine for Tamira, it's not just because it's expensive or the machines are all ones which bought from companies where R&D is very, very clear, and they give a lot of importance, and it suits Asian skin, especially South Indian skin, because we are in Chennai, and we do mix up, cut short a procedure sometimes in order to save cost. some of the steps of the procedure are cut short, and that's why sometimes you don't get the actual result. So this is the Hydrafacial machine, and this is what is used. And the protocol is to do once a week for 6 weeks, and then as per your skin requirement. So I think thank you all for being with me for the last almost an hour, and thank you for all your questions. I hope I've answered most of your questions. And we have a Hydrafacial Carnival coming up on 24th and 25th of August. If any of the viewers, any of your friends are interested, please ping us.